Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to try to get caught up on my what's solds. It's actually, I'm about a week behind and then I've messed up the dates. So I normally do Monday through Sunday, but somehow last week I ended up doing like Monday through Monday. So this week I'm going to be doing the week of July 6th through July 12th. It's been slow. Oh my goodness, sorry. It's been slow for me. I looked this morning and I normally sell normal months 400 to 500 items, and then better months I'm getting into the 500 to 600, and then fourth quarter's just a whole new thing. But so far, today's the 18th. I've only sold like less than 200 for sure, and I'm over halfway. This morning when I looked, and I've had a day full of a few sales, so it was like 172, and that's just way below normal. But I think the reason is everybody's been home for a year. I think people are spending their money on doing stuff and experiences rather than stuff, and I am all for that. I will wait till third and fourth quarter. So you know, it's good. All things good. I'm hoping to do a little mini vacation here soon, and and that's what people need to be doing, getting back out there and spending money and doing things and having time with your family outside of your homes. So somebody keeps chatting me on Facebook. All right, so I did still have some really amazing sales, so I'm not going to complain, because dollar for dollar, I'm doing okay. Like I've said before, this is our primary income, so, when things are slow, it gets a little anxiety provoking, but I'm doing okay. I hope everybody else is doing okay. All right, let's go through some of the things. I picked out some of the nicer or things that I can teach you about sales that I've had, and then I did pick out some Facebook ones because Facebook's back doing normal things for me, probably 7 to 15 a week or something like that, not like eBay. All right, first thing I sold is a Kenner Hug-a-Bunch doll. I picked this up recently, so I think I may have even featured it in a haul. I don't remember how much I spent. It was probably in one of my bulk buys, but it did sell for $20.19. Just a reminder, I do not do free shipping, so when I say it sold for $20.19, that doesn't include the shipping that was also paid for the item. I bought this, I want to say 2 weeks ago at an estate sale. It was a box of this Poppy Trail by Metlocks. A lot of other listings was using a different brand. I'm forgetting what it was now. But anyway, I paid $10 for the lot, but when I got home, probably half of it was broken in chips. But I still listed, the things that weren't broken by the piece. And I did sell the serving bowl for $19.95. So I've already got my money back on it. I picked this up again recently. It's kind of odd. A lot of stuff that I picked up recently selling, and then you know how it is. A lot of the older stuff kind of stays sitting. But this is Susie Carmichael from the Rugrats. It's little. It's only like 6 inches. And at first I couldn't find anything on eBay when I was looking through solds. And then I think I found something on Terapeak where it was in a lot, and the lot went for quite a bit. So I put a higher price than normal for a small little doll, and it did sell for $36.75. So keep your eyes out for Rugrats. I've sold figures and ornaments and dolls here in just the last few months. This is Eeyore. I love Winnie the Pooh. I pick it up. They don't move quickly for me, but they do sell. So I'll just keep picking it up. But Eeyore here sold for $15.59. These next three sales, I was going to show you, we've been picking up, you know, different types of pressure cookers and electric skillets and stuff and selling them for replacement parts. So I had bought a pressure cooker, and this jiggler that I'm showing here was in it, but it didn't go with it. It already had its own jiggler, and this one was just in there as extra. So I listed it, and the jiggler sold for $10.07. And then I also listed a bread maker paddle from the Breadman series, and I sold the paddle for $11. And then I also, this was a jiggler to a different pressure cooker, and I sold it for $9.15. So, you know, a lot of these you can pick up at yard sales for, you know, $3 to $5, and then just sell the parts. I picked this up at an estate sale. I'm pretty sure she was charging me either $2 or $3 for these Lenox porcelain flowers. They were like a Christmas ornament. I picked up several of them, and I did sell this one for best offer of $15. These are Christmas stockings from the Wonder Shop at Target. We picked these up at Finders Keepers. The first weekend they opened, I bought a ton of stuff that I showed in a haul video. We paid $1 for everything we bought that day, and I sold this stocking for $11.91. Christmas still sells. I mean, that's two back to back. This is a Walmart dog stuffed animal. I may have shown another one like this that I've sold. These do quite well. They're you know, about 15 inches long. This tan one I sold for $22.95, and I know I've talked about it before. There's a one that has like Rottweiler colors, and it sells for over $30, I think. This was a Furby I picked up at the thrift store that we went to recently that we bought. They were going out of business. When I got it home, it did not work, but that's okay because Furbies sell whether they're working or not. This one was just one of the babies, and it did sell for $30.31. This is a wooden train tracks set, not specifically Thomas. It was just, I think, a generic set. I had this set aside for the longest time because when I get into these big lots, you know, I got to make space, and my work area just seems to be very crowded a lot of times because I'm sorting stuff and trying to organize and, you know, have a cleaning pile and everything. So I finally made time to lay all of this out. It's been a while, but I ended up selling this for best offer of $70. I just accumulate these. If I'm at the bins and there's bins full of just the wooden train tracks, I'll pick them up, and then I just put them all in a tote and hold on until I'm ready to list a lot of them. This is a funny story. I featured these in a recent haul. I went to a yard sale or an estate sale, and she had a box of stuff that was Corel Crazy Daisies, and there were 12 of these glasses in there, and then there were some mugs, and there was a creamer and a sugar, and I think maybe a salt and pepper, and then little coffee cups. And I could not find anything. It took me forever to find, because when I typed in Crazy Daisy, there was a different design that kept coming up, and it was the daisies, but it had like a line, a border around them. But finally, I found one, maybe Terapeak or on Google, that showed that it had sold, 4 of the glasses had sold for, I want to say $40 to $50. So I thought, well, I'm going to put them in lots of 4. So I had 3 sets of 4, and I listed them for $59.95. Well, immediately I had this person started at way down like $25, offering me for all 3 sets, $25 per set. And I countered at like 55 maybe, and then she still was staying really low. Well, in the meantime, I had put them on sale, so they were $55.15 on sale, and somebody bought one of the sets right out while she was trying to get it for a lower price. So when I countered her back at $50, she snagged up the last 2 sets. So I sold this first for $55.15, and then I sold the second 2 sets for $100 together, combined. So $155 for Corelle glasses. I would have never thought that. You know, I don't normally pick up Corelle because there's so much of it, and it's usually not worth a whole lot, except for specific designs. But yeah, that was very nice. So now I'm always at estate sales looking for these Corelle glasses. This is just an example of Animal Adventure. I always pick that brand up. It's a nice quality bread and butter type for me. This was a large 16-inch pillow type plush, and it did sell for $13.75. I picked up a dollhouse lot a couple of weeks ago. I list everything usually in little small lots or individually. The swing set was in there, and I did sell the swings for $9, best offer. And then I do have another dollhouse set that I just picked up recently that I need to get to. I love to pick up the FisherPrice Loving Family stuff. It sells really well for me on here and on Facebook. This was a surprise. I think Robert picked this up maybe on his martial arts trip that he did. And it's an American Mills Rhino. I think when we first previewed it, we called it a hedgehog, which was confusing because it had this odd horn on it. But I actually used Google Lens and found out that it's a rhino. So I listed it, and it did sell for $30 best offer. It was just this really round, like pillow. But this American Mills, I guess, is something to look for. I've picked this up recently. I think it was at a church sale, so I probably paid a quarter or 50 cents for it. It was my twin posable Siamese cat plush, and it hadn't been listed very long, and I sold it best offer of $20. I think the My Twin is some kind of doll series, so this would have been a pet that went to it. I have all boys, so I never got to enjoy dolls. This is a baby blanket. I pick them up all the time. They're slow to sell, but when they sell, I usually get really good profit. I did sell this lollipop giraffe blanket for $22.95. This was a vintage bear. I couldn't figure out the brand, but I knew it was special because it had a jingle bell in its ear. So I just kept the title very generic. It's not been listed very long, a couple of months. This is one of the, I've been listing a whole lot of brass. We bought 2 huge lots a couple of weeks, maybe a month ago. And I did sell these ashtrays for $13.75. I showed these recently in a haul. These go to the vintage Mattel thing makers. I think it was some kind of gel or gelatin type thing that you could bake into different shapes. And I think the original were the bugs, the creepy crawly bugs. But I have found this lot, and there were flowers, which is this lot, and then there were trolls that were also with it. And I listed them separately. And this sold almost within the same week that I listed it, and I listed them for $29.95, and they sold for the $27.55. I always keep my store on sale, so I've heard it keeps you boosted in the algorithm. So, you know, I run a sale usually either 4 days or 7 days, and it's just something I do. One of these days I'm gonna do a best practice video. I've got to find time. Maybe when it slows down for us a little. I picked this up at a yard sale. It was with a bunch of Briar stuff and other toy things that were like, that went to like stables and stuff. And this was down in the lot. And I did sell this Schleich bull for $22.95. I pick up oddball brands. If they're cute or they just, you know, I find them entertaining, or they've got clothes on, or there's something unique about them, I'll pick them up. This brand was LTD Commodities. Never heard of it, but it was just cute little bunny slippers, pajamas, and it did sell for $13.75. Again, I normally pay anywhere $2 or less, but you almost probably 75% of my stuff is under $1. Another baby blanket I've picked up along the way. This is by Newbie, and this blanket sold for $20.19. I believe I got this in the thrift store haul that I showed, where everything was $10 for the white garbage bag full of stuff. I bought a whole bunch of Spark Create Imagine. I love that brand. It's Walmart. And this unicorn sold for $18.35. I think Robert picked this up maybe on his martial arts trip too. But it is a Folkmanis Golden Retriever hand puppet. It's a full body. It was huge, 30 inches long. It, I thought, had condition issues. Just the fur seemed a little bit more worn. It seemed a little bit more floppy. So I listed mine less than the average of what other people had it, and it sold almost immediately for $24.95. These are Marvel Overpower cards. We picked these up on a sourcing trip earlier this year, and they just kind of sat here for a while because I didn't know what to do with them. I don't know anything about card games and trading cards and stuff, so I just went ahead, you know, and it was huge binder full, so I did the best I could with taking pictures, and I did an auction for $49.99, and I got a lot of interest and a couple of questions, but you know, they had wear. There was no way I was going to try to grade them or anything, but they had been played with, and then somebody had alphabetically put them in this binder. So I just showed some of the key pictures, and you know, the auction ended at $91, so I'm thrilled. I think when we bought it, because it was so heavy, they only charged us like $5 for the whole set. This is Pottery Barn Kids. They don't sell very quickly, but I don't find them very often either. There's probably, if you're near a Pottery Barn, you'd find more, but I don't think there's any around here. This had been listed a little while, and I did sell it for $14. I buy puzzles all the time, and especially if they're sealed. We went to an estate sale. It was a liquidation sale, and I bought a whole stack of puzzles. And I think she charged me $1 each, and they were all new in the box, and they've been listed for a couple of months. And then somebody offered me $8 each on 3 of the puzzles, and they're these vintage Whitman Guild puzzles, and they're just scenes from different states. And so I went ahead and accepted their offer and boxed it up and sent it on their way. But I mean, I probably have 100 puzzles. I also had another very large puzzle order this week that went to Norway. So, you know, people are still buying puzzles. This is my last eBay one. This is Ditz Designs. There's a lot of higher dollar ones, but I had this listed for a while at $69.95. It's a very large dog plush. I've come to find out that it was a St. Bernard, but I went back when I got an offer for $40, and she sent me a really nice note with it. And I went and looked, and others comparably sized from the Ditz Designs was selling for about $40, so I thought, why not? So I did sell this for best offer of $40. These next, let's see, 6, I think, 5 are Facebook orders. This is one of the brass horses that we bought at a liquidation going out of business sale a couple of weeks ago. I think I paid $115 for the whole lot. No, he's not the one. There was a horse in there that I paid $10 for, but this wasn't the one. And I did sell this on Facebook for $25.20. This is Harry Potter. I bought, I want to say, like 12 or 15 action figures still in their boxes. It's probably been 2 years ago at a yard sale, and I think I offered him $25 for all of them. It was Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and maybe something else, I don't remember. I think I'm down to one left. That's like Weasley or whatever his name is. But I did sell this one on Facebook for $11.70. This is FisherPrice Little People. I picked this up, I don't remember. It's not been that long ago. And I think I paid, it was at a consignment sale, so I think I paid $5 for it. And I did sell it on Facebook for $20.70. This is Gund Tigger. I think I bought the whole set of characters that were the classic Winnie the Pooh at a yard sale. I want to think I paid like $15 for 8 of them. And he's, I believe, the last one. He did have some whiskers that were bent, and I did sell him for $10.80. This is another one of the brass pieces that I picked up at that liquidation sale. So, you know, I've already made, probably just with these 2 figures, getting close to half of what we paid for the whole lot. And I'm not quite through with all of it. It's still in a tote back here behind me. I've listed quite a bit, but I've still got tons to go. But I did sell the Armadillo for $20.70. And then this last one, again, this was from a dollhouse I picked up a couple of weeks ago, and I just parted all the different sets out. I looked, you can get the model number off of the pieces, and then if you Google it, it'll show you what the sets look like and what's in it, and that's what I did. I didn't realize the dresses were actually part of the set, and I had to go back in and redo the pictures and add them back in. But I did sell this for $14.40. I had paid $10 for the whole set, and then I've got the house. It was a huge dollhouse, and I put it in my booth. So that's it. Like I said, it was slow, but it was still decent. I'm still happy with what, you know, has been selling. It has picked up a little bit for me this past week, so I'm looking forward to showing you some of the sales that I did make. All right, we're about to get a storm here, so I'm glad this is coming to an end before you start hearing all the booming. It seems like every day we've had storms for the last month. All right,